Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues, and today we're going to talk about supporting your kids after the parties separate. How do you do that? How do you do that when you're used to you're relying on someone else's income and now you're separated? Well, the answer is that every effort should be made to maintain the status quo. And maintaining the status quo means whatever contributions were being made by mom and dad before you took this action, those same contributions should continue. So if dad's bringing $4,000 into the household, mom's bringing $1,000, so we have a total income of $5,000, and we're relying on the $5,000 a month income to support everybody, those monies should continue to flow into the household to be available to support your household and your kids. Where you get into problems is where the parties separate and all of a sudden one person says, I'm keeping my own money for myself. Well, here's what's going to happen. Someone's going to immediately file for divorce and ask the court to order that the status quo be maintained. So that scenario probably won't last too long. On the flip side, if you're on the receiving end of that, you need to know one thing. The court doesn't know there's a problem until you tell them. So if you're separated and you're relying on your wife to contribute, or you're relying on your husband to pay these bills, and he or she stopped, you need to file for separate maintenance or for divorce and ask the court for an immediate order requiring the parties to continue to contribute. Notice one thing though. The court is a big fan of maintaining the status quo during the proceedings. But the question is, what's the status quo? If both parties were paying all the bills and then, a week later that you're before the court because somebody stopped, the court can say, all right, I see that as recently as a week or two ago, the bills were being paid by both. I'm going to order that the status quo continue. However, if the other side stops contributing and you decide to wait 6 months and then you complain to the court, you run the risk that the court will say, okay, well, what's the status quo? What did we do last month? No contribution. What about the month before? No contribution. At some point, the court is going to say, you know what? The status quo is you're paying your bills, he's paying his bills, and nobody's contributing to anything. And the court may determine that that is the status quo. You don't want to have that scenario occur. Therefore, if you're in this situation, do not sit on your hands. Contact your lawyer, have him or have her file an appropriate lawsuit for separate maintenance or for divorce, whichever you choose, and ask that the court grant an order maintaining the status quo, forcing everybody to continue to contribute. Don't wait. If you wait, you may be faced with another and a different status quo. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.